Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Disu and you're watching Data Science with Disu. So this is a new series that we have started and this is for Tableau especially. So we are not going to cover up all the things that comes in the Tableau. That like my aim is not to like make you Tableau expert but introduce you what basically comes under Tableau. That means you have to learn how you can visualize the data. So Tableau is actually a visualization software. So it's not the thing that you do analysis on Tableau or do modeling on Tableau. That is another thing. But Tableau software is just used for the visualization of the data. So whatever the analysis that you have done previously using like anything like Python or SQL or in Excel, whatever the analysis that you have done, the final data that you have, you can use that data here and plot some of the charts and sheets, and then you can uh, convert that into a dashboard in which you can give all the charts and plots, all that input in a single dashboard, and you can make some of the filters out of that. So I will show you actually how you can create all of these things. So that is a cool looking thing, like a dashboard. So all the information comes under a single place and you can play with that. Whatever the numbers that is coming, you get a brief idea of whatever the numbers that is coming around for a particular, let's say, project or whatever the let's say you are doing some kind of product analysis. So all related analysis that you have done related to that product, it will come at a one place. So that is called actually a dashboard. So in this series we are going to cover up the fundamental things that comes under Tableau and how you can use that any kind of Excel data, or you can say CSV data, or any data that is connected to server, how you can use that to visualize all of these things in a single place and create a dashboard. So I have just downloaded this Tableau software. You can also download that, and this is just a trial version that I have downloaded. So trial version actually comes in like for 14 days, so you can extend that to use for your purpose. But yeah, there are like student versions also, you can check out that. So I'm not going to show you how you can download that, but yeah, this is a very easy process. You can just go to the Tableau website, you can download that and just follow the steps, you will be able to install. So after downloading the Tableau, if you open that, it looks like that. So this is the home page that we have, and you can see some of the options that is present here. So here is the option that is called connect. So this is for connecting to a database. So you are actually going to make charts and plots. So out of what you will use the data. So that is the thing that you have to use. So for connecting to the data, there are many options that you have. So the first option is start with the Tableau server. So Tableau has its own server. You can just whatever the data that you have, you can upload to that server and you can use here. But there are many options like from the file. So this is for the local option. So whatever file you have in the local computer or local PC, so you can just use that thing here, like using Microsoft Excel, text file, JSON file, PDF file, a special file, a statistical file. There are many options like CSV file you can also upload here. So if you just go like CSV file is not option here, but if you go in more, you will be getting an options to like upload any kind of data you have. So let's say I have a data of IMDb data, so you can just find that data in the Kaggle also. And I have also one data in Excel format like menu data. So let's say I am just importing that IMDb data. So if I just import that, you can see this data has been imported, you can see. So let's say I'm going to upload a Excel file. So using that Microsoft Excel, I have data like menu data set we have. You can just open that here, it will just load, and yeah, here we have the menu data set. So you can see there are some kind of brief description that it is telling that how, what are the columns you have, like item ID, item name, item description. All of these things are the column names that you have, and the fields that you have, like all the column names here it has been described. So you can see here in the fields table, you can see the field name here and the type. So I will show you actually what is actually type, what this ABC has, all these things. So here what is the meaning of all those things. But yeah, this is a brief description you have. So that like it has been not loaded yet, you have just imported that data set, and this is a kind of overview that it is giving. And you can see one thing, that if you have a more data, so it is telling need more data, so you can just drag and drop here. So in the similar fashion that I have uploaded the menu data set, you can upload any other data set and you can just drag and drop here. So you can use that add button here and you can upload more data set here and you can just join them. So joining you have already seen, like in Python also you have seen like how we can merge two data set, and in SQL also you have seen how we can merge two data sets. So you have some kind of joins like inner joins, then let's join, outer join, all of these things, like you have in union also. So all kinds of join you can do here. So you can join also, you can concat the data also. So if you have more than two data, you can just upload it here and you can do any operation that you want. So this is just a drag and drop here. So if you drag and drop, it will automatically open the a kind of prompt where it will ask for what kind of join you want, inner join, outer join, or left join, or right join, any kind of join you can provide here. And you can notice here one thing, you have options of connections like live or extract. So what is actually live? Like if you are connecting to a data server, so what happens when you work in a company or any firm, so you have like data set are actually stored in the server. It will be not happening that the data set will be stored in your local computer. So like the size of data is very large and it will be always changing, so it is not possible to store and manage all of these things in a single local computer. So you have to upload those data set into a server. So if you have seen all the videos of my MySQL, so I have introduced you the database management system there. So DBMS is a kind of server in which you can upload your data set and all the things are managed there. So if you have a like a data set that is available in the server and you are connecting to the server, then you have to make a live connection. Otherwise you can do an extract connection. So like here, if you are having simple Excel file, you can just go with the extract connection. Otherwise, if it is connecting to a server, you have to go with the live connection. And if you are having a live connection, the speed may be slow. So loading up the data or creating the charts, the speed may be slow because it is making a live connection. So all the data set is coming as a live. So in that case, it may be a little bit slow. So you have seen like how we can connect with the file. Then you have to a server. So you have many kind of server. So I have introduced you all this kind of like database management system like MySQL, Oracle. There are other servers like Amazon Redshift, Microsoft SQL Server. So depending on the use case or whatever your company is using the kind of server, you can connect with that, and you can if you will be connected to that, you can easily interact with the dataset, any kind of dataset that is available on that server. We can just extract here and use that for creating charts and plots. Now at the last, you can see save data sources. There are some of the data set that is already available in the Tableau for the experimental purpose. So we are going to actually use that data. So I'm not going to use any kind of data that is present here. I've shown you how we can upload that like menu data set and IMDb, but we are going with the sample superstore because it is having a lot of data set variation in which we can create many kind of charts and plot, and it is easy to show you like because I have to introduce you many kinds of charts and plot that we can create in the Tableau. So for that purpose, this data set is perfect. So I'm going to use that data set. So let's double click on that sample superstore. It will just open here. So you can see it will just show here whatever the data set that you have uploaded here, it will show here. So I have just opened that menu data set. So it is showing here. So let's say I have to just remove that. So you can just close. Then let's say this also. So it was just a duplicate. So I'm also closing that. Sample superstore has been uploaded 2 times. So I will close that also. So this is one of the dataset that we are opening here. So yeah, that's okay. Now here you can see you have a table that is orders table, people, returns. So it is having many kind of table. It is not a single table that is present. So sample superstore is a kind of, let's say, database in which we have a different kind of tables, let's say order tables, then people table, then returns table, and you can see there are columns that is present inside that table. So this is actually called what, attributes, or the fields that is present inside that orders table. And you can see the name of the all the fields, that is customer name, location, order date, order ID, so related to all the orders. So it is also having discount, profit, and quantity, how much quantity it has been sold, and then sales, orders, count, all of these things are present there. Now you can easily notice one of the things, for each of these fields, in the left side you have a symbol like ABC, then a tree kind of a structure, then a calendar, then ABC again. So what is all of these things? So first of all, you have to notice one thing, that it is having separated between two colors. One is blue and one is green. So what is that thing? Blue and green. So whatever the fields that is present with the blue symbols, this is actually called dimension, and whatever the fields that is present inside that green one, it is called actually measures. So what is the difference between dimension and measure? So dimension is actually a kind of it is a kind of measurement that is doing, but this is a basis of that measure. So this is, let's say you have a product. So product is not a quantity, it is just a dimension that we have. But if you see this one, discount, profit, quantity, then sales, orders, count. So this is not a orders, this is orders count. So this is what, this is a kind of numerical value that we have, and we can measure that. That is why it is called measures. But you cannot measure na order id, you cannot measure order date, you cannot measure location, customer name, it is not measurable. That is why it is called dimension. Now if you see the data types, like all the fields have a different kind of data type. So if you see abc, this is called actually what, a simple character data type that you have seen in sql or python. So string, you can see string. Then we have a location. So location is also a string data type. If you see in the perspective of python or sql, this is a string data type, but string or character. But in tableau, it is having a tree kind of a structure. Why it is having a tree kind of a structure? Because it is telling that there are many subdomains that is coming under that. That means there are many sub fields that is coming under that. So you can see one arrow here. If I just click on that, you can see many more things is coming here. So country, region, then state, city, postal code. So this is under location tab. So this is actually, you can say a set, and this is actually subset of that. Now whatever the fields that is in the subset, you can see there is a global structure in the left side. So why it is having a global structure? Because this is a kind of a spatial data that we have. So spatial data means whatever the data that is related to the geography. Let's say we have country, region, then state, city, postal code. This is all related to a geographic region. So that is why it is having a global symbol. Then we have order date. So simple calendar symbol, because this is having a date data type. So this is having a calendar. Then order id, again abc. Then product, also you can see tree like a structure, because if I just expand that, you have category, subcategory, manufacturer, then product name. So this is a kind of categorization that is happening inside product. So subcategorization you can actually see. And profit, so profit is a what, a numerical variable. So it is a continuous variable. So that is why a graph kind of thing that is coming. Then again abc, calendar. Then we have top customers by profit. So this is actually what, this is a kind of measure that is already calculated. So that is why it is having a kind of merge that is coming here. Then we have a hashtag in the green. So this is what, this is all the measures that we have. So this is all numerical values: discount, profit, quantity, sales, count of orders. This is all numerical value that we have. Now one thing you have to notice, that you can see the font of all the field name. So you can see this is actually different font, but if you observe this font, orders, count of orders, this is actually what, in italic. So whatever the field that is present in italic font, this is what, this is tableau generated field. So this is actually not present in the table. So whatever the table that we have, let's say orders table, inside which you have like all of these fields: customer name, location, products, then order id, order date. But let's say discount also, profit, quantity, sales. But orders is what, orders is a count of orders, is not a field that is present inside that table. It is calculated by tableau itself. So it is a wise enough to create some of the field by itself, so that in future you can use that. So it knows that since it is a order, like it may be useful in the future, that you want to count all the orders. That means how many orders you have. So in that case, it is already calculated that. So count of all the orders. So this is what in italic. Similarly, you can see some of the measures like latitude, longitude, measure values. This is what in italic also. So again, this is value that is generated by tableau itself. So this is tableau generated field. So you can use latitude and longitude. This will be actually helpful when you will be creating plots that is having map. So if you are having if you are plotting something in the map, let's say there is a world map or India map. So whatever the location you want to trace, you can just show that in the map. So using this latitude and longitude value, you can just plot them. Then we have some parameters also, so I will actually explain you while creating some of the graphs and plots what are these things like parameters. So yeah, these are the things that comes under data. Then we have a tab that is called analytics, and inside the analytics that we have like summarization, then we have model, and then custom. So I will say that models is actually not actually used here. Like we have a different kind of tool that is available for the modeling part. We have open source library in the Python that is available, that is more advanced. So why we will use that thing here? So like Tableau is not especially made for modeling, this is especially made for data visualization. So these are the some of the add-on features that it has given. So for the basic kind of data you can just do like trend line or forecasting or clustering, but I will not suggest you to do that thing here. Like there are many more technologies that are coming, many more new models are coming for like predictions or like clustering, all of these things. Many more models are coming which are already available in Python like open source. So we will use that thing here rather than using these things here. But yeah, some of the things like summarization, like median plots or like median with quartiles, then box plot, totals, all of these things we can use actually. So we will go in the data tab again, and yeah, after that what are the things you have? You can see there is a sheet that is open here. So you have like different kind of sheets. So you have seen the sheets in the Excel. So what happened in Excel sheet, you have different kind of sheets in which you can just import the data or create some of the data in form of rows and columns. But here what happens in sheet, the same concept there, but instead of data we are having charts and plots. So in each sheet you can create a different kind of charts and plots. So one sheet, one chart or one plot. Then you can just add on, like you can using that new worksheet, you can add the sheet, you can create another plot, and in that way you can create many sheets. But there is a option that is called new dashboard. New dashboard is what? It is a dashboard in which we can use the all the sheets that we have generated. जितने भी sheets आप बनाए हो, that you can use to aggregate at the same place. So dashboard is what? Actually dashboard is a collections of sheets. So जितने भी सारे आप sheets create किए हो, so whatever the sheets that you have created, you can just drag and drop here or import here in the dashboard, and you can accumulate all of these things at the single place. You can also create some of the filters. So जो भी आप filter create करोगे, that will apply to the whole sheets and charts. So उस डैशबोर्ड में जितने भी सीट्स है, सो लेट्स से आपने 4-5 ग्राफ्स एंड प्लॉट्स रेडी किए हैं, एंड यू कैन ऐड टू दैट डैशबोर्ड, एंड जो भी आप फिल्टर लगा रहे हो इट विल रिफ्लेक्ट टू ऑल ऑफ दिस चार्ट्स एंड प्लॉट्स. सो इट विल बी अ काइंड ऑफ मैजिकल थिंग ना, कि आप सिंपल एक फिल्टर लगा रहे हो और उसमें जो भी आप सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो सारे चार्ट्स एंड प्लॉट्स में रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है. दैट विल बी अ लाइव थिंग. सो दैट विल बी अ कूल थिंग ना. तो डैशबोर्ड इज मेनली यूज व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग विद एनी काइंड ऑफ एनालिसिस, और उस एनालिसिस का आप एक एनी काइंड ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन दैट यू वांट टू शो. सो प्रेजेंटेशन में आप जो भी एनालिसिस किए हो, आप सारे चार्ट्स एंड प्लॉट्स एक जगह पे दिखाना चाहते हो. सो इन दैट केस यू कैन यूज़ दैट डैशबोर्ड. देन वी हैव एट लास्ट स्टोरी. सो स्टोरी इज अगेन अ कलेक्शंस ऑफ डैशबोर्ड एंड सीट्स. सो इसमें मल्टीपल डैशबोर्ड्स आ सकते हैं. बट अगेन if you are having multiple dashboards, so it may be happening that you are using different kind of data set और different dashboard आप create किए हो. So story में आप जब उसको लाओगे तो one filter will be not applied to the all the dashboard. So one filter will be for a single dashboard, then another filter for the other dashboard. So that's how it will go. So yeah, that is it, a kind of introduction that I have given for the Tableau. So in the next session we are going to start how we can create sheets, then dashboard. So we'll be actually going up to the dashboard, like we are not going to create the story, because the same thing is happening, just a collection of dashboard and sheets. So आप अगर dashboard सीख जाते हो, so that is enough. So as I've already told you, I'm not going to make you Tableau expert. बहुत सारे वीडियो अवेलेबल है, उसके लिए आप Tableau expert आपको बनना है, बन सकते हैं. But yeah, my motive was to just introduce it so that you have a knowledge about how we can visualize the data, because I'm creating a full stack data science program, और उस data science program में विजुअलाइजेशन भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. दैट इज़ वाई आई हैव जस्ट कवरिंग अप जस्ट फॉर द इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट कि टैब्लू होता है, कि आप कैसे यूज कर सकते हो फॉर द विजुअलाइजेशन ऑफ द डेटा. सो बिलीव मी, वॉट एवर द बेसिक्स दैट आई विल बी टेलिंग यू, दैट इज़ इनफ टू लर्न द टैब्लू. एंड with the experience, like when you will be start using it, you will be easily learning all of these things, like whatever the advanced thing that comes under Tableau, आप वो भी सीख जाओगे. The basic knowledge is just required to because this is just a visualization. So आप जो भी analysis कर रहे हो उसको बस show करना है. So for that purpose you will have to have just basic understanding of that. So yeah, that's it guys. We'll meet in the next session soon, and we'll start with the learning how we can create sheets and dashboards. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you'd like this video, and अगर कोई doubt है you can just comment out that. So we'll soon meet in the next session. Till then, take care. Goodbye.